welcome to my YouTube channel. Amazing Katamanda is my name, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I get to talk about different kinds of things. I'll be blogging, vlogging about my life and other people's lives as well, especially those that are just making a difference in their society, those that have conquered their dreams, those that have dared to become. Those are the people that I'll be profiling. So look forward to that. But for now, I'll just be giving a few tips of the things that I have learned. So, like today, I want to talk about not letting fear or not allowing fear stop you from becoming that person that you want to be and being intentional about everything that you do. That's what we're talking about today. But before we do that, guys, please like the channel, subscribe to it, invite many people, your friends, your family, invite them to like the channel, and of course, let me know some of the things that you want me to be talking about on this channel. Yes, while we're just waiting to become big for now, we're still trying to put things together before we can bring in other people, or before we can start profiling other people. You get my point? Yes, I know you do. But anyway, now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about being intentional about everything that you do, and of course not allowing fear stop you from becoming that great person that you've always wanted to be. Being intentional about whatever is it that you want to do is very important in life. Don't let things just happen to you. Don't um, let accidents happen to you. You know, you need to be in a place in your life where when someone asks you for tips, they ask you, how did you do it? How did you get here? You'll be able to explain and give them a few tips like, okay, this is what happens and you have to put this in place. You have to do that. You have to do that. That's being intentional. But just letting things happen to you, getting to an extent where you can't explain how you got to where you are, no, guys, we can do better than that. We really can do better than that. So one thing that you should put in place before being international, being intentional about being international, being intentional about being that businesswoman. Of course, we all want to be international people, right? We want to gain recognition from outside, from all over the world. We want to gain recognition. So before we can do that, there are certain things that we must put in place. Number one thing is not letting fear get in the way of becoming that person that you've always wanted to be. Don't allow fear stop you. Don't allow people's opinions stop you. Don't allow negative voices speak into you. The moment you start doing that, you'll never get anywhere. So don't allow people just say negative things to you. The moment someone wants to tell you something like you can't do it, it's impossible, before you can start doing it, you need to put this in place, you need to do that, you need to do that, shut all those voices out and just be focused on that person that you want to be. If it's an entrepreneur, if it's a motivational speaker, or if it's a consultant, whatever is it that you want to do, businesswoman, businessman, whatever is it that you want to do, be intentional about it. Because when you are intentional about it, you will make steps that are going to lead you to that great thing that you want to be. But things that you must put in place, like I've said, get rid of fear. Don't allow people's opinions get to you, especially the negative ones. Especially the negative ones. Negative criticism, don't even welcome it. Don't even give it a seat. Okay, don't do that. So make sure that you know what you want to be. Don't be guessing, I think. And get rid of the spirit of procrastination. You know, don't procrastinate anything in your life. Don't postpone anything. If you want to do something, you need to get started today. Start doing it today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Those are the steps, my goodness. Those are the steps that you need to put in place to make sure that you are being intentional about that person that you want to be. All right? Don't listen to people's opinions. Don't live in fear. Don't procrastinate. The moment you start procrastinating, then you stop being intentional about being that great person that you want to be, about being that international person that you want to be. So, spirit of procrastination, if you need to pray against it, pray against it. If you need to seek help, if you need to seek counseling, go and do that. As long as you just stop procrastinating. Because many times, and people tend to procrastinate because of fear, or sometimes just laziness. All right, maybe you're telling yourself, I want to start a YouTube channel, and this is the content that I want to start putting up on my channel, and you feel like, okay, maybe I don't have a nice camera, or I need to get professional people to help me get started. Then you're never going to get started because you keep procrastinating and you don't even know when that is going to happen. But if you can just get started from where you are, even just using that smartphone that you're using, as long as it has a good camera, it doesn't necessarily need to have as long as we can see your face, just put it up. And before you know it, and tell you what, it won't just happen overnight where you just get subscribers. It's hard. Like, it's really hard. There are times when you feel like quitting, there are times when you feel like giving up. But if you're being intentional, you let nothing stop you. Whether people subscribe to your channel, whether people don't subscribe to it, whether people invite their friends, sometimes even people in your own circle won't be as supportive. But if you are certain, you are determined that this is what you want to do, and you are intentional that this is something that you want to do, you're not going to let anything stop you, and you're not going to procrastinate. So get rid of procrastination, get rid of fear, get rid of laziness. Like I said, if you need prayers, go get those prayers. If you need counseling, go get that counselor to talk to. Otherwise, don't leave room for those negative things that I'm just from mentioning. Be intentional about becoming great. We have a man of God in Zambia that's always saying we're born for greatness. A man of God and a woman of God, they're always saying we're born for greatness. You can't be great if you're not intentional about being great. You have to be intentional about it, and you need to be consistent. And consistency is something that's needed in every area of our lives. We need to apply it, whether we like it or not. We really need to do that. So these are the only few tips that I had for you. I'm not a professional in any way. I'm putting a disclaimer. These are just things that I have seen working out for me. I think for many years I've been procrastinating on starting my business, or even just starting my career in the acting industry, directing. I've been procrastinating on all those things because I just felt like I wasn't ready. Sometimes I just felt like maybe people won't welcome me, or maybe people won't like my content or things like that. But this time I've just made it a part of me. Like, I'm being intentional now. Like, this is what I want to do, and I will go for it. If I fail, I fail, but I'll get up and I'll try again. That's the attitude that I am developing now. And I'm urging you to develop the same attitude so that we can just become great people. It's not easy to inspire anyone. It's really not easy. Every journey starts with one step. So start with that phone that you have. If it's a business, that little amount that you have, and before you know it, it won't be easy, but before you know it, it will blossom. It will become big. You'll gain recognition. That's if you start becoming intentional about being great. So be intentional about what you want to become. Be intentional with everything that you want to do, and don't let anything stop you. Those are the only few tips that I had for you, and thank you so very much to everybody that's inviting their friends. I'm really not discouraged, but I'm not discouraged because now I've been intentional. I'm being intentional about being I'm being intentional about not being discouraged. I'm being intentional about being not being negative. All right, I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be discouraged. We're getting somewhere. We're really getting somewhere. As long as we have like 2 people watching, we're definitely getting somewhere. So I'm being intentional about everything that I'm doing, and I hope that you will become intentional about that thing that you want to be, that thing that you want to do. You start being intentional. As long as you're not being intentional, nothing will work out for you. So start being intentional about being great. So thank you so very much for watching. Make sure that you invite your friends to subscribe to the channel, and of course, tell me some of the topics that you want me to be talking about. But that's all I had for you today. I'm not a professional. I'm putting a disclaimer on it. So that you just understand I'm not a professional. I'm not perfect, but these are some of the things that are just working out for me. And somehow, they might work out for you. Just give them a try. So let's be intentional about being international. Otherwise, this has been amazing, Katamanda. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.